Do you remember your first birthday party, Deirdre?
Oh, vividly.
Oh, your Auntie Jess. Jitterbugging to rock around the clock with the rug rolled back. Poor Jess. The very next day, she knocked her head on a downspout and never woke up.
What are you working on, Dad?
Oh, his will.
All right, Deirdre, no reason to say it like that.
Well, I think he's morbid. I mean, you're hardly at death's door, are you?
Oh, which reminds me, Wanda phoned earlier.
Oh, yeah?
She's got the council round today, levelling her wonky bath. So sadly, she can't make the party.
What a shame.
Yeah, I bet you're gutted, aren't you, Ken?
Who's that?
Oh, it's Lena from the 1 o'clock club. She said she might pop by.
Lena?
1 o'clock club?
Yeah, well, I just hope she hasn't brought the whole of Weatherfield with her.
Tracy, will you go and check on those jellies, love? They should be set by now.
Look, I got my hands full here. This bow won't stay in.
OK, I'll do it.
Come through, Lena. It's not as roomy as your bungalow, but it's cosy all the same.
My claustrophobia's coming on. Let me get my pills. Oh, have they got vodka in them?
No.
Everyone, this is Lena.
Don't let that baby come anywhere near me. I drop babies. Oh. Oh. You must be Ken.
Yes.
Wonder was right about you.
That's alcoholic.
There is a God. We want to be 1, 2,
Bobby's
girl.
girl.
Think about it now. That's the only thing I want to be.
Whose party is this? Amy's or Grant's?
Bobby's girl. I want to be Bobby's girl. I'm gonna catch you.
Ready?
No one looks for time. Go again. You keep these kids in control, please. I'm waiting on a hip replacement.
It is a party.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
I knocked a kiddie over when I had that mobility buggy.
Do any damage?
No. Do you know something, Blanche? Every time that Kenneth looks at me, it's like he's mentally undressing me.
Do you want a drink?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Steve.
All right. Well, says the Mablets.
Look, will you lot just shut up? You're starting to do me head in.
There you go.
Oh, this is for Amy.
Have you never heard of the Early Learning Centre?
Steve? You know, she's just over there if you want to kiss her or anything. Hey, Amy, your daddy's here. We gave him 50 quid.
60?
Norris, when is the next meeting of the book club? I knew you'd be in charge. Oh, you've got such a commanding glint. You're like a white Martin Luther King.
Well, I hope it's not soon. I mean, it's awfully hard finding time for a book and serving in a shop.
I've only just got hold of a large print copy from the library. I had it on special order. It came all the way over from Whalley Range.
I must say, I'm on the chapter where Betsy gets her fingers trapped in the mangle. I'm absolutely hooked. Isn't Albanon a brute?
Oh, I'd rather leave that sort of discussion till the meeting, if you don't mind.
Which, loosely translated, means keep your trap shut, I haven't read it.
I have.
Oh, I'll bet you're a lovely reader, Norris.
Is Betsy the one who gets diphtheria?
Rickets.
Rickets?
Ooh, not exactly Jackie Collins, is it?
No, it's a very serious tone.
No, I just adored the Santangelo trilogy.
Has anyone noticed? I mean, the woman on the book cover?
Well, I think she's supposed to be Betsy.
Well, she has a look of Deirdre.
I'm just going upstairs.
Amy, listen, this is what Joshua bought you. Come on, Daddy, let's do the movement. Row, 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 gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row.
There are old people here.
Yes, well, there shouldn't be.
Come on, Blanche, join in.
I am fully at speed with the machinations of water-based transport, thank you very much, without having to sing songs about it.
Don't be such a spoil-sport, Blanche.
Ken,
Yes, Emily.
I popped upstairs to powder my nose, and I thought I heard an intruder in your bedroom.
What?
I went in, I hope you don't mind, and I found that Lena in there.
Lena? In our room?
I cleared my throat, she jumped, and I'm afraid she dropped her drink on your laptop. I thought you'd better know.
Too right, I better know.
She probably lost her way.
Yeah, she was probably rummaging through Dad's drawers.
Well, thank you very much, Mother.
For what exactly?
For inviting another oversexed septuagenarian into the house and ruining Ken's day. Do you know how
So
much
says the
laptop's
girl
got?
who's ruined his life.
I beg your pardon.
Well, let's face it, you've hardly been Snow White in the marriage department.
This was supposed to be Amy's birthday party. But oh no, you didn't like that, did you? Because you weren't the centre of attention. So you had to invite all your little mates around and hijack the event.
No, I didn't know you disliked our neighbours quite so much.
I was specifically referring to Lena.
Oh, don't try and get out of it now, just 'cause they're all listening.
Well, at least they are listening, which is more than you ever do.
I tell you, Deirdre, if we're that unwelcome, we shall retire to the Rover's return.
Do what you want, Mother.
Actually, I should make tracks.
You really do know how to embarrass people, don't you? Well, you've had lots of practice. You've been embarrassing me all your life.
Mother, go to the pub and make sure you don't trip over a cobblestone.
Come on, Norris.
I don't think Deirdre actually meant us.
Oh, she did, Norris. She's never liked you.
Mother?
And she thinks the markup in that cabin is criminal.
Maybe we'd best go.
I give up.
You go, Mummy. Hello. Your Daddy, look. Mum, are you stopping here?
Whatever.
Great. Steve?
Yeah? Oh, you're picking on someone your own size? Now there's a first. What are you lot looking at?
Was that the dashing groom going out? Not that he's dashed anywhere for years, mind.
Are you talking about Ken? He's just nipped to the shop.
Gotten to buy a hook, has he?
Eh?
To replace the hand you bit off yesterday. From what I hear, he'd barely finished proposing and you were saying yes.
Hang on a minute. You've been on at us for years to get married. I thought you'd be pleased.
I would be if you'd done things the right way. Every girl knows you should keep a fella waiting for your answer. Let him stew.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly a girl anymore, am I? And besides, I've kept Ken waiting quite long enough.
I doubt Wanda will agree. I don't know how I'm going to break the news. We're meeting up for a funeral later. At least she'll be wearing black.
She didn't stand a chance with Ken.
She didn't stand a chance with Clark Gable. Didn't stop her turning to drink when he passed on. She's not been the same since. Even now, she's only got to see a wingnut and it sets her off. What do you think?
That it's a cloudy day in February. Why on earth?
They're for the funeral, to shroud me grief.
Yeah, to have a nose at what's going on, more like.
Are you going to give me your opinion? Only I'd never tell myself. I mean, for one thing, I can't see properly. And it's such a fine line between Jackie Onassis and Roy Orbison.
They look fine. Hello.
Oh, I say, there's nowt like young love. And that's nowt like it.
Mother, will you stop spitting poison? This is what you want, isn't it?
I want a new hip. Doesn't mean I've got to be thrilled about it. It's about being practical.
Well, so is us getting married. It makes everything so much less complicated, particularly on the financial front. It relieves me of quite a headache.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a nightmare trying to make a will with Peter and Tracy to keep happy, not to mention Adam and Amy.
Oh, don't forget your Daniel.
And then, of course, there's Daniel. I mean, just imagine all the squabbling and resentment that's going to arise, however I divide it up.
What's that got to do with us getting married?
Well, in the absence of a will, which I have happily given up on, everything goes to you. So, nobody's got an axe to grind, and you can divide the money up how you see fit.
And they say romance is dead. I'm filling up here.
Hang on a minute. You tore up the will and then proposed, thinking you'd leave me to sort out the financial mess after you've gone.
No, it wasn't like that. You know very well why I want to marry you. I'm just pointing out the practical advantages. And as well as my estate, you'll have pension rights, and there'll be a bereavement allowance and a bereavement payment when I die.
Careful. She'll be smothering you on your honeymoon.
I can't believe I'm hearing this, Ken. You've got it all worked out down to the last penny. Well, I'm sorry to muck up your calculations, but I marry for love, not benefit entitlement. The wedding's off.
Lucky I never bought a hat. It's bad not to shed a tear at a funeral, but with the likes of Teresa Jordan, nature needs a helping hand.
Who's she?
The not-so-dear departed, president of our whist drive. Tess the Trump, they called her. I don't know why. She were longer on sleeves than on talent, if you take me meaning.
No, I don't, actually.
She had that many cards up there. Happen she did shuffle off this mortal coil. I hope they emptied her cardigan, else she'll take half the creme up with her.
You all right, Mum?
Oh, don't expect an answer from Contrary Mary. She changes her mind more often than her sheets. Not that that's saying much.
Grant, I don't think Mum wants to listen to this. Haven't you got that funeral to go to or something?
All right, I know when I'm not wanted. But I'll say this. Ken'll only go down on one knee so many times. In fact, if you leave it much longer, he won't be able to get up again without help. So think on.
Hello. Hey, you're early. Are you that keen?
No, it's Ken. He maintains that the book group convenes at 1 o'clock. I maintain 1:15.
1:30, according to Norris.
Oh, trust him to be contrary.
Anyway, Roy's not coming. He says hard grinding's beneath him.
Beyond him, if you want my opinion. What's he doing instead?
He's taking Haley to the ship canal.
Scintillating. At the third stroke, the time will be 1:30 precisely.
Well, Norris won't come without Emily.
They're Heathcliff and Cathy all over again.
Well, there's no rush. We've got all the time in the world.
Try saying that when you're dead.
Liz isn't here either.
Will she have read it?
With her chest, she'll have had trouble seeing it.
I won't like Angela.
Of course Mel Huttwright's a man.
How do you know?
Because Mel is short for Melvin, as in Melvin Brown.
But it's also short for Melanie, as in,
Mel C. Sporty Spice.
Melanie Griffiths?
There's no such person as Melanie Huttwright. This prose reeks of masculinity.
Pity we can't say the same about you.
I find that remark offensive.
I'm bound to say I agree with him.
so do I.
I do, too. There's nothing feminine about Norris.
I didn't say we're a sissy.
Well, the implication was there. We can all cast aspersions.
I can fight my own battles, thank you, Ken.
I'm sure you can.
There's no need to patronise me.
Ken wasn't patronising
I
you.
knew you'd stick up for him.
I'm sticking up for you.
We all are, with the obvious exception of Blanche.
Mel Huttwright is as much a man as I am.
But it's an unusual name, that's all. It's like Hillary or Vivian.
Girls' names.
Tony Band's son is called Hillary. And what about Sir Vivian Fuchs, the explorer? Sissies don't go to the South Pole.
And let's not forget Evelyn Waugh.
What did she write?
He wrote Brideshead Revisited, amongst other things.
So he might have gone to Southport. I'll bet he never went anywhere near the South Pole.
Do you know what Vivian Fuchs' nickname was?
No.
Oh, do tell.
Try stopping him.
Bunny.
Bunny Fuchs? You couldn't make it up.
That's it. That's it, I'm going.
I'm not in...
Looks like you've got competition.
Oh, don't start, Mother.
I'm only saying. Happen you were a bit previous, knocking Ken back.
Look, if he wants to run off with somebody whose envelope stinks of gin where she's licked it, then good luck to him. Anyway, I didn't knock him back. We're happy with the way things are, both of us.
Right, who's stopping in tonight for Amy?
Oh, no doubt one or the other of them two. They'll not be going out together, will they?
As a matter of fact, I was going to take him to the Rovers tonight for a drink. If naught else, to get away from you.
I'm going out. Oh, and take those down, Tracy. How many times?
Ken, are you going to the library? Only I...
Happy about it, you say?
Ladies,
Oh,
happy Valentine's.
Oh, and to you, love. I'd have had him down as the other way.
The problem with you, Alina, is when you're nowhere near a mirror, you forget what you look like from the outside.
Who dares wins in this game? So, Ken knocked her back, did he? Marriage-wise?
No, Deirdre knocked Ken back. She's a wayward child.
Oh, be on the rebound, then.
Oh, he'll not rebound as far as you, love. He doesn't have that much bounce.
Charlie!
Shall we nip next door while it's quiet?
Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to bother.
Why not?
Take Blanche.
Take Blanche where?
Come on, one drink's not going to hurt you.
Take Blanche to the Rovers, is it?
Yeah, I don't feel like it.
Why?
Because I don't.
Is Blanche changing out of her slippers or not?
Come on, Ken. How long are you going to keep this up? I mean, am I going to have to walk on eggshells all year?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Don't mind me walking through. I'm obviously invisible anyway.
Don't change out your slippers, Mother. I'm not going either.
I'm going in the bunker. Sound a siren when it's all clear.
It's your pal.
Oh, hello.
I was just wondering if you'd fancy a walk out.
Oh, now would I?
Ooh. Well then, Ken, did you get any cards?
Dozens. A sack full.
Oh, did you? Honestly?
Did he eckers like? He got that one that you were daft enough to send him, and one from Wanda. He didn't even get one from her.
Who didn't even get one from him?
It's been more like Judgment Day than Valentine's Day in here. So, how are we off then?
I was wondering if Ken had fancied coming with us.
No, thank you.
No, he's not really in the mood, but I might join you, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, we wouldn't mind. As long as you stand your round.
OK, let's go then.
And have you not got a card for me?
I'm afraid I haven't, no.
Oh. Oh, well, never mind. There's always next year, provided we all live long enough, huh? Yeah, well, are we going then?
I think that Ken was sufficiently romantic.
He's romantic enough for me.
You'd think she'd have had enough of romance, life she's had.
Mother, I wish you'd stop talking about me as if I'm not here.
Ken is a good, honest man, and if you can't see that, you can't see anything.
Of course, I can see that. Anyway, I'm not talking about it.
No, but we are.
Hello. Can I get anybody a drink?
Oh, a large vodka, Emily, thank you.
Oh, and I'll have a large gin, thank you, Emily.
And Deirdre?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks, Emily.
She's sulking because we think she should marry Ken.
Oh, we'd both marry if he asked us. What'd you say?
Well, no, I probably wouldn't. But that's not a judgment on Ken. It's just that my marrying days are well and truly over.
You and Emily Bishop both.
A bit of mush, if you don't mind. See, what have I just told you? Now then, I've been asked to announce that our much-loved manageress is going to stand on the scales and tell us all how much weight she's lost. Not that she needs to lose any, as far as I can see, but never mind. And then... Oh! And I understand there's some money involved. Ooh.
Yeah. £100 to charity.
I'm ready, Kieran.
As ready as we're going to be, Fred.
Right, and the weight that she's got to get down to is...
10 stone.
10 stone? All right, then, Shelley, love, in your own time. Now, she's standing on the scales any minute. There she goes. What's the reading?
Just let it settle. OK, no more bets, thank you. Rien n'avait plus.
Just read it.
Shelley is weighing in at... 10 stone on the dot.
You're doing it, little fighter.
This sake, Mother, will you stop going on about it?
She won't marry him because he were going to provide for her after he's gone. Well, what does she want? Somebody who doesn't care what happens to her?
I'm not sure it's any of our business.
Then whose business is it?
Well, Deirdre's.
Well, maybe she's got her eye on somebody else. Somebody who's got more to leave her.
I beg your pardon.
So that's it, is it?
No, it isn't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've had just about enough of this.
Oh, dear.
Well, if the cat fits.
You know me. I've no time for greasy foreign muck.
You won't have to eat foreign food. It's Spain. There's egg and chips everywhere.
I don't like greasy English muck either. That's not wedding food. You're off your dots.
Oh, I take it you'll be boycotting our marriage if it's in Mallorca.
What? You're joking? No, she won't. She's going. It's a fantastic idea.
That is the reaction we were expecting.
Oh, I take it you're paying because some of us are single parents.
Yeah, we'll be paying for everybody, including Adam and Peter, if he can bear to go to another wedding.
Yeah, well, if he can't, you could bung us his airfare as me spends.
Oh, well, I'll just give him a ring, tell him not to bother.
I mean, there is going to be some beach time, isn't there? It's not all going to be hanging around waiting for you two to get hitched.
We were thinking of going for a week.
And don't worry, it won't interfere with your tan. All we ask is that you pop off the sands for 15 minutes for the ceremony.
Yeah, I think I should be able to manage that.
Don't get too perky. If you ask me, it'll never happen.
You see, I bet they want to go to the boring part.
Almost certainly.
It's going to be pilgrimages to the cemetery where Robert Graves doth lie and all that stuff.
Well, I'll not be going. There'll be time enough in the cemetery before long.
Oh, leave it out, Gran. You're fitter than me.
What's the matter with you? You look demented.
We've had a nasty shock.
What's happened?
We've seen our projected income from our pensions.
Not good.
We've massively overestimated our wealth.
Barely enough to live on. Certainly no question of me not working.
We are still going to Mallorca.
No.
You're joking!
We'll be getting married round here.
On the cheap.
I told you it'd never happen. Although even I thought the pipe dream would last longer than a morning.
Don't be too sympathetic.
I'd managed to park Amy off and Steve for the week and all.
We wanted her to come.
What for?
What for? Because we wanted to have our family around us.
Oh, she'll only squall all the way through the ceremony.
So what?
Well, what sort of holiday would I have looking after her?
She's your daughter.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter now, does it? Because nobody's going anywhere. You ruin everything.
That winter sun would have done my bones a power of good. I hope you're happy.
You fell in love with her when you were...
Well, be honest.
Honestly?
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Oh, you always know exactly the right thing to say.
Well, you do.
Oh.
Well,
a March wedding.
That's a start, I suppose.
You could at least pretend to be happy about it.
I'm saving it up for the wedding. New frock.
Yeah, she looks lovely, doesn't she?
Looks expensive. You'd think that with the number of times you two have married, you wouldn't be short of glad rags.
I don't know what you want, Blanche. You've been hassling us into getting married, and now we are treating it like a wake.
Let's see what the day brings, shall we?
Ever the optimist.
Well, no one's forcing you to be there.
Oh, I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you, Blanche.
I didn't buy it here, because then you'd know how much it cost.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
Well, when you get to our age, there aren't that many birthdays left, so you should mark 'em. And you being that bit older than me, you'll have even less in front of you, won't you? Are you coming round to ours later to discuss the book?
Yes.
She's not finished reading it yet. Keep starting upstairs to read a few more pages.
I'm a slow reader. Always have been.
Oh, I'm not. I read that book in days. Couldn't put it down, it was that gripping.
Were you always behind at school, like a bit slow?
I'm not slow. Anyway, it's your fault.
Mine?
Yes. Before you came to work here, I'd spend hours curled up at the end of the day with a book. Now it's not a book I look forward to opening. It's a bottle of vodka.
Oh, and I suppose it'd be my fault if you turned into an alcoholic. It's always like this on a birthday. I take no notice. Claire.
I'm not late, am I?
No, I'm late.
Some of us have been here a while.
You live here?
Thank you. Well, now we are here, perhaps we could make a start. I don't know about everyone else, but I can't wait to move on to another book. We seem to have been living with this one for some time.
Here.
Emily, would you like a cup of tea?
I thought we could each take turns in expressing
You don't take
what
sugar in tea,
we
do you?
took
No,
from the
just
book,
in coffee.
in terms of what insights we may have gained.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, love.
And
Thank
which
you.
characters we may have...
Don't ask her age. She can get very touchy.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Oh, thank
or
you, love.
indeed may have felt dissociated with.
Anybody for a top-up?
Oh, yeah, I will.
Well, perhaps if I made a start then.
Please do, Roy.
Oh, Deirdre, did I take my
I didn't
tablet?
care
I
for the book
don't
at all.
know.
I found it superficial, in fact, rather torrid. Although it has to be said that it is a minefield of emotions.
Oh, I'd love
characters.
another if there's one going.
I was particularly interested in McGraw's courtship with Mary Ellen.
I had it at dinner.
Which, although not a central theme,
was
did
it
make me
breakfast?
question...
Oh, Deirdre, did I take it before
Of course,
dinner?
Yes,
the
you took it
bleakness of
before
the
dinner.
landscape
Oh,
did
that's
match
right.
The harsh
We had lamb.
conditions under which the characters, particularly McGraw, lived their lives.
Yes, I agree with you, Roy. I agree with you. I thought the most inspired part of the book was the way Mrs. Allen's arrival at the house appeared to spread colour into the lives of the
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rita. Happy birthday to you.
Blow it out.
Oh!
Felt she should have listened to her family, then she'd have known what he were like. She should never have married him.
What option did she have? If she hadn't married him, she'd have been left on the shelf. There was no women's lib in them days, you know.
She'd have been better off left on the shelf.
I quite liked him.
Oh, well, you would.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's your type, isn't he?
My type.
Yes, square-jawed type breeches, eye for chambermaids, right up your street.
What did she make you feel?
Feel?
Yes, it's all very well saying that you liked her, but did you empathise with her? Did you relate to her on more than one level?
Well, don't know, really. I thought she was a bit of a laugh.
A bit of a laugh.
Well, yeah, she wasn't as boring as the rest of them.
Boring?
Well, yeah, all that sitting round sewing and reading. Where's the fun in that?
What was the name again?
Virginia.
What did you think, Ken?
About Virginia? Well, I think that her role in the piece was to act as a catalyst for McGrath. Her presence forces him to reconsider his attitudes and his relationships, particularly with his own parents. His tragedy is that he actively rebels against his change of feeling and reverts to type.
So was Virginia the blonde or the redhead?
I'm not sure.
See, I thought the blonde was called Yvette.
There's no Yvette in the book.
Yes, there is. She's the double agent that gets caught in France. The one that's tortured by the chap with the broad chest and the leather whip.
What, when McGrath takes the riding crop to Mary Ellen?
The head Gestapo chap. The one she says is a better lover than the other two put together. Whose passions are roused when she's stripped and chained up.
Mother, what book have you been reading?
Grinding hard.
We are reading hard grinding.
Oh.
She's reading the wrong book. Why am I surprised?
Well, how was I supposed to know? What's your one about, then, anyway?
Hey, never mind about ours. You tell us a bit more about yours. It sounds tons more interesting.
What does the car?
Oh, I feel a right twerping
It's
thing.
a rocking hen night. You've got to dress up silly.
Oh, they are jolly. Oh, it's a shame you've got no piano. I could just do a sing-song.
Well, you've got your mouth organ.
We're a couple of bottles short of that, surely.
3 or 4, actually. Oh, you should be in bed.
I'm not going to get any sleep with all this racket going on, am I?
Do you hear that, you noisy, selfish revellers? You're disturbing the peace.
Oh, come and sit down.
Here, do you feel up to a glass of this?
A tiddler for medicinal purposes.
Dad's getting bladdered and all. Isn't this what they call the English disease?
I think you'll find that something else.
I will be struggling along to your wedding, after all.
Yes.
Despite the precarious state of my health.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
That's excellent news.
Are you sure you feel up to it?
No, I'm not. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if going to their wedding didn't lead to another kind of ceremony. The kind where folk wear black and fill in a hole.
Oh, there's a cheery thought.
Don't exaggerate.
That's how far I'm willing to go to see you finally make an honest woman of my daughter. Keep the din down.